So, hello and welcome to my second replay cast on GameReplays.org. Today I will show you a 2-on-2 replay. I played with Mace on the ranked ladder, and we faced Ganon from Penta eSports and Cruelty from Penta eSports. So, yeah, let's take a look what happens. So on the top right corner we got Cruelty as US, starting with 2 refineries on oil, pretty standard. On the top left corner we got Ganon as Cartel, also a very standard opening. It's getting more popular to get 2 refineries on the main oil resource. Also the barracks for early bank capture. On the bottom left corner we got Mace, going heavily on refineries, keeping his income high. Also got on barracks to take his bank. Everything pretty standard. Also getting some stingers and javelins to have a good defense. And I was doing the same as Ganon. I was doing double refineries on oil. I got my barracks and I wanted to take the bank. Scouting goes on all around the map. I don't know if these guys knew the map, but for me and Mace it was the first time playing it. So we skipped just scouting our opponents because we knew what we would eventually face. So we tried to figure out where the resources are on the map. Ganon scouts me here. But just doing the standard stuff, getting troops for the second bank, also with Grinches to counter Heinz eventually. Ganon also puts more infantry in his barracks for the capturing of banks. Cruelty got a aluminium refinery. Yes, so it's everything pretty standard. Mace really going for a huge amount of resource in the beginning with 4 refineries. Nobody does that till now. Me and Ganon getting the same time our aluminium, and yeah. We see from Cruelty a field hospital, so maybe he will get some dust-offs to capture the banks. There are quite a lot of banks on this map, especially in the town center, where we can expect some infantry fights. You see on the minimap infantry running towards the center of the map. Again, here was a huge push of infantry trying to capture that bank that would normally should fall through the hands of Mace. Mace coming here with some stingers, so he might up getting owned because they're just vipers and Grinches, and yeah, stinger guys are not the best to fight those. Yeah, Cruelty seems to just skip attacking me with his scout unit. He's also just scouting for the resources, also going for the middle. Basically it's Marines, and here on Javelin soldiers. Yeah, okay, the dust-off is ready. Marines, basically, needs more energy, okay, so everything standard. Ganon was going for double aluminium. When you double your refineries, you just want to make sure that you gather the resource as fast as possible. So I think we will see, we see another refinery, and then the fast vehicle bay. Yeah. So he makes sure with 5 refineries to fully produce out of his vehicle bay. When you don't have 5 refineries, you eventually get up stuck in the resource production and the resources won't flow. So here we come our first fight. Yeah, and Ganon just owning Mace here. Mace has to retreat, just having 3 stingers. Can't really go for a fight. On the other side of the map, the Dusthoff managed to capture the first bank in the town center, where I was going to capture my bank. I was also going for that second refinery for aluminium, and I also got the third refinery for the oil. So I'm now on the same level as Ganon. Ganon going for the fast prison module. He also got a Scorpio, got another Scorpio on an automatic. Yeah, I skipped those. I was just going for the jackals to make sure that we get the city center. And I also got my prison module, but I was skipping the hinds. Yeah, Ganon now moving out with the Scorpios, sending more infantry to the city center. Got here Mace going for snipers basically to get his bank back, and Cruelty going for a huge economic boost, building here refineries all over the place. He got like no troops, he had no light vehicle bay, he's just producing infantry, using his Dusthoff very nicely to capture all the banks. So yeah, and as I thought so, just Ganon is going for that super hind push. He has enough refineries to make sure that the super hinds are produced very fast. He also goes for a fourth refinery on oil, which to that moment I skipped. But I also got 2 super hinds. Yeah, and here are the jackals, getting rid of the infantry in the middle. Yeah, nice move here from Cruelty, moving out his infantry, so I wasn't able to shoot him. But at this point I just decided to hunt those down. I know that there were no stingers or javelin soldiers, and yeah, those infanterists got no chance against the jackals. So this was my banks, and so 3 banks on my counter. Then yeah, and I just sent them home to get more infantry to the play, while moving out with the super hinds to do some crazy stuff. Yeah, also nice. You guys should always get an extension module to have a shorter way. At this point I had 1 KMX tanker too much, because on that distance you just need 1 KMX tanker, the other one's just hovering around doing nothing, so you can sell it. I got another module here to shorten the way on Miss and this refinery. Oh sorry, I missed the fight. I just want to stop here to show you what basically happens. Ganon was pushing here with his Scorpios, he was pushing with Vipers, Shurshins, and I was talking to Mace, and he said, yeah, that push would nearly finish him off. The only reason Mace was able to hold this push was because he blindly built blazers, and that was really lucky, because if he hadn't gone for the blazers on this time he would have just lost. He really needs... yeah, okay, he was not nice. Okay, here's not possible to kill the super hind here. Still 2 surgeons available. But yeah, Mace was able to hold us off. 1 prisoner of war here. Mace should send those back to make sure he gets his money back. And now killing the surgeons. Pull it off. Yeah, a huge amount of super hinds here from Ganon. He's just going on building super hinds like crazy. While on the other side I managed to take the next bank from Cruelty, and I was able to kill a refinery here, and I try to sneak here with my infantry back in his base, getting the upgrade to capture buildings. and I was going to Black Ops. Yeah, fast Black Ops. Tusk 1 here coming for Cruelty. Yeah. So what was Mace doing? Base just going for Striker MGS mass, trying to make a huge force, getting some more blazers because he knew that Ganon got that really big force of Heinz, which here engaged my Heinz, where I tried to kill the economy of Cruelty. Cruelty on this side decided to build some blazers too, and he managed to kill my infantryman trying to capture his refineries. He got also 2 light vehicle base and just spammed out massive amounts of strikers with his very good economy. He just missed to rebuild his M993 tankers to get this running, but yeah, I think he will do that in a second. Also here nice banks watching again, javelin soldiers, snipers coming in with a dust off, and this unit really pays off his rent. Managing to play the bank game with me still using the jackals to clear off the banks, trying to clear the city center. While, oh yeah, Mace going for the F-30B, trying to snipe out some units of Ganon, but Ganon just got so many super Heinz here, so the F-35 just don't do the amount of damage they should have done. Again, city center fights. I'm taking the next bank, controlling now 3 banks again, 4 banks for me, 2 banks for Cruelty, and 2 banks for Ganon, also 3 banks for Mace. And I cleared out the next bank. These jackals, I think they really pissed them off, because I tried to get the next bank with the jackals. It's so easy, you just run in and kill all the infantrymen with the jackals. It's really fun. So let's take a look at Ganon again. He's going for automatics, and he also got a Scorpio, and he must have the here is it. He defended his bank with a huge force of Heinz with Shurshins. Very, very nasty to fight actually. Watching Cruelty just getting a huge Striker MGS force, and I was going for an air control center. I was also going for the Combat Scout UGS, which I really love to use. I don't see them so much because they are very fragile, but if you use them right, you can really piss off your enemy. And I always like to piss off my enemies. From my side, I took some more resources here, which did Ganon too. Yeah. And some more action around here. Oh, first, yeah, I missed nearly that big fight. Ganon tried to capture the bank with Napalm, and Mace able to go in here, getting nearly all the Heinz. Yeah, nearly all the Heinz. So Mace should now just go in and push, because there's nothing to hold it off. Just 3 automatics, 3 Brem. Basically nothing to stop this huge amount of strikers and blazers. But Cruelty still doing nothing. He needs to move out to Ganon when the push comes, and here comes the push. Mace just going for the first refinery. Ganon just going back to the cliff. He managed to cancel his refinery, saving the tanker. Very good move here. He's just going up the cliff to get the advantage if Mace would pull in. Mace managed to capture finally his bank. He also managed to get his refineries back running. some contractors here going for Mace Bank. Okay. And finally, Cruelty moving out. So we will see what happens. Me on my side, I was just building the same force as Ganon, just a mix from automatics, Brams and Scorpios. Just like the only choice you have when you want to go for when you want to face those striker forces, because they just tear you apart. Yeah, Mace putting a lot of pressure to Ganon. Ganon just holding back with his force, trying to sneak out a bit. And on this point, like, Mace was going in for the push. I was on the same side, killed by Cruelty here. He managed to kick off my refineries, going back because he saw that Ganon couldn't take the fight, deciding to help his mate coming from behind. I spotted this by just clicking on the map, so Mace knew what was coming. This is now a huge moment, and I will just pause this game to show you what's actually happening. So on this point, Mace on the top cliff here on his bank, killing the refineries of Ganon, while knowing I was like here with my force, not able to help my mate. Cruelty was going to for the killing blow for Mace, and great timing for those guys. Ganon decided to just attack, going for a straight attack to Mace main base. So what happens? Oh, and if you missed it, here are my lovely Scout UGS with just stingers, so Grinches. And I was following Mace here to kick off the refineries. We decided, stop again, that it would be best if he just moves on to make Cruelty use the long way around, and so he eventually got time to get away with his force. And while he was doing some pressure on Ganon's main base and on the economy here, I was able to get my Scout UGS in position to kill the refineries here, while at the same time Ganon was just going for Mace economy and I was rebuilding mine. So you see the damage from the flamethrowers is devastating to buildings, because they do twice the amount of damage when they reveal themselves. I'm still here sitting ducks. Yeah, that wasn't the best move, but I had no idea what to do, because I knew I couldn't stand a chance against the striker force. Yeah, now this is the race. Mace just going back through Ganon's base, trying to get information and saving his force, while Cruelty just comes along, going back, and here comes the clash. Cruelty coming, Mace trying to get back. Here comes the force from Ganon. He also got some Spectres, and Mace is just losing nearly everything. Yeah, they just tear him apart. Yeah, one Blazer, one Striker MGS, one Striker ICV, just, and yeah, nothing more. In his base, like, we had nothing left. He had to rebuild his whole striker force, going for a few Guardians to hold that off, while at the same time two Sershan teams pushing in. But yeah, here they are, the really nasty Scout UGS just killing the refineries, and also some command trees for me to just kill some refineries. I just wanted to cripple him so hard, so it was even harder for him to rebuild a force. That was a bad move. I just ran into the striker force, but the Comanches, I managed to kill the first refinery, and I think they will also go for the second one. On the bottom side, Cruelty, not Cruelty, sorry, Ganon, pushing in, going for the killing blow, knowing that Mace is like having nothing, but he has something. He has a few stingers and a few javelin soldiers here, holding this off. He also managed to get 3 guardians, building up his striker force slowly again. And Ganon not really knowing how to attack, or I don't know. I think he just wanted to avoid getting in a fight with those javelin soldiers, and now he pushed back, going for the economy between me and my mate. There while I was just going for a huge economic push. I started getting Scorpios, started getting automatics. Looking in my base, I was going for 2 prototype base because I knew that I had the most resources in the game, so I decided to just pump out Spectres like crazy. I also had here like the Grinches to hold off anything that comes in the air. I positioned 7 Grinches around here. But yeah, you see, Ganon, like I said, just going for the resources. That's what I would do too. The striker force from Cruelty coming too. Another striker force from Cruelty holding off this cliff so I can't enter. All the raptors going down. Everything's dying. Here comes the guardians doing their job, killing them one by one. They got the endless upgrade so they can stay on range, just doing one pick after another. And Ganon just going for the push, going for my base. But I decided to move nearly half my troops here to help my mate. And yeah, Ganon will lose everything. Mace managed to rebuild his striker force, managed to get 1 more guardian. I got like Scorpios and automatics helping him to hold this off. While Cruelty not really, yeah, he split his force. Maybe that was not the best move. He should have just gone together with his mate, but he decided to not do so. I think he will just rejoin forces. There while Cruelty building up his force again. He lost his refineries. He was still not able to rebuild them. But I think he really needs to when he wants to stay in the game. Yeah, my nasty little scouts still here trying to flame those guys. But if you see this, I don't like the feature, but when you attack with a flamethrower a building, the infantry is not getting damage, it's just the building. So you can just kill the bank, but the infantry, they won't get any damage from this. So on the other side, like, huge push from Mace again. Ganon microing his Spectres to kill the Striker MGS one by one. Ganon also producing like just only let me just see. Yeah, he's just getting Spectres at this time. Just trying to hold this off. More infantrymen coming from Mace. And Cruelty is just rejoining forces, as I mentioned, to go for the killing blow for me, because I was like a little bit defenseless. Okay, I got this huge force of Spectres, but now I told at this time of the game, I told Mace that we have to make a game-changing plan. So I just want to pause. So, knowing that Mace was stuck attacking Ganon, I told him I will move all my forces to the left side to help him. And I will just place some sergeants and a few tanks to hold Cruelty off if Cruelty would go for the base race. And that was a thing what's happened. My invisible tanks just sneaking around in the middle with a little Scorpio force at its front. Mace trying to go here for the kill, but I don't know where his strikers go now, but I think he will rejoin forces. Yeah, and that's it. Cruelty going for the base race, killing my first 2 refineries. I was in base, mined out, I needed to sell my oil. This was nearly mined out, and yeah, I was basically living from banks and those 2 oil refineries. So this was really a huge blow because I took those refineries very late. So defense here, attack on the other side. My forces are coming. You know, we were just going for the killing blow. Both of us just wanted to go here and kill Ganon, and Ganon really had no chance at this time. There is no defense left. We just break through, going for the killing blow. And the other side, I was just microing my Spectres to get rid of his force. Having my barricades in the air to attack the endless rockets that were fired at me. Yeah, there's an upgrade for the barricade actually, where they shoot enemy rockets, like you can see here. They just shoot them. Yeah, and that was a mistake, a really big mistake. I was just going into this huge striker force and getting fucked. But at the same time, still holding off his push. He was not able to enter my base. We managed to kill Ganon's whole base. Just attack move, go in, kill everything as fast as we could. And yeah, that was Ganon. Gone. He played very well in this game, but he was not able to hold this push off. And Cruelty was not able to manage to get the base race. He was not able to get through this. I just spammed so many of those Spectre tanks. Now he tries to just move in, and I'm just microing it. Yeah, Ganon was dead at this point of the match, and Cruelty needed to surrender there too, using all his force to the upgraded Churchans. So GG mates, and I hope you enjoyed this replay cast.